Hi, everyone. Perhaps some of you have noticed this little sign that's often hanging on the Buddha behind me. I just thought I'd talk a little bit about why it's there and sort of what it means. I used to teach at a university, and I had this hanging on my door, and students would often ask, what's this mean? You have an empty mind. I thought as a professor that your mind would be quite full of knowledge and so on. So I would then go on to explain what empty mind means. It really means not knowing, beginner's mind. There's that Zen story of the master, could say a professor that comes to see a Zen master, and the Zen master starts pouring the tea into the professor's teacup, and he just keeps pouring and pouring, and the cup is overflowing, and the professor goes, "Oh, why are you pouring so much tea that it's overflowing?" And he says, "Oh, well, if your cup is so full, there's no room for anything more to come in, so to begin this, we must empty the cup." So that's starting with an empty cup or an empty mind, a mind that doesn't know. It's so essential in this practice to letting go of your preconceived ideas and opinions and viewpoints about what meditation's all about, what the practice is all about, and really just taking the instructions, the practice instructions, and seeing what's true in your experience. So it's not about confirming or disproving some ideas. It's about really just investigating to see what's true. So we can start with wise view, the marks of existence, that things are impermanent, that there's nothing is independently has an independent nature or essence, that selflessness or no self, and that there's dukkha, there's suffering in the world when we cling. So you can hear those, but the idea is not to believe them, but to really see if they're true in your experience. One of the most common practices that the Buddha gave to his monks and to lay practitioners was mindfulness of the breath, meditation on the breath, and seeing the impermanence in that. It's just a very simple practice. In fact, often when the Buddha would go on his long retreats, he would come back, and the monks would all be saying, "Well, what did you practice?" And they thought you'd have some newfangled technique that they could then all practice and become enlightened by. He'd say, "Oh, I practiced mindfulness of breathing." The very simple practice. So the importance of all these meditation practices is to empty the mind and then see what's true. What's true in your experience, but starting with an empty mind. So I hope you found that useful in clarifying what empty mind means and why I have that hanging on behind me during so many of the talks. And I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.